Okay, so this is the first episode. And what I wanted to choose was I wanted to choose a topic that I thought would really start us off really, really good because it's interesting how there are, as animal communication grows and grows in um, interest, there are more and more animal communicators out there. Thank you, Jenny. I'm glad you're excited. So there are more and more animal communicators out there, and which I think is awesome. I think it's fantastic. But just like just like psychics, no two animal communicators will get the exact same message. They might get in the same ballpark, but they might not get in the same message. Hey, Vicky Chandler, all the way from the UK. Thank you for joining. Rhonda, thank you for joining as well. So does that mean that because one animal communicator doesn't get what the other one says or what the other one is saying, does that mean that somebody's, lying? Are they mistaken? Are they wrong? No. What's happening here is that everybody comes from their own experience. All right? Thank you, Babette. She says, thank you for all I do. Thank you. So everybody comes from their own experience. Okay? You come from your experience. I come from my experience. And what we do is that experience of living our lives influences what we get, what we receive. Some of us want to ask the hard questions, like, to the food animals, do you mind being eaten? Some of us don't want to get into that realm. Some of us can't quite hear because, can't quite hear every single thing that's being said because sometimes we're a little too invested in the answer. And when you're invested in the answer, hello everyone for joining, thank you again. When you're invested in the answer, you have a hard time hearing it. You have to stay as neutral as you possibly can. Now, that doesn't mean that one animal communicator is more, open or better than the other. It's really about who resonates with you, whose message resonates with you, who as a person they resonate with you, where they come from, what they do, how they live their life, do they walk the walk or do they just talk the talk? Or do they walk the walk and talk the talk? It's also about people coming from, like I said before, their own experience. So my experience has been that has been through dreams, has been through talking to animals, the different animals I talk to. No two animal communicators always talk to the same animal. One animal might have an opinion on the subject than another animal has an opinion on the subject. So you got to understand there's a lot of different things that are coming on when you talk to an animal communicator. So that's why it's their messages or their communications that they're getting from the animals could be different. It doesn't mean that anybody's wrong. It doesn't mean that anybody's lying or better than another one. It's just you have to find the one that resonates the most with you. How do you do that? Well, you can always ask an animal communicator. If you want, you can ask a series of them. Fine. Don't just take one. Don't just take one. Hi, Erin. Thanks for joining. You can take one. You absolutely can take one animal communicator if that one really is a hell yes for you. Excuse my French, but yes. Okay, great. But, maybe go to, 3 or 4 and look at their website. Their website is really supposed to show you who they are. I want somebody, when they go to my website, to know who I am and what I'm about in less than 5 seconds. 5 seconds. I want you to look at my website, know what I'm about, and that's it. And I spent a lot of money. Spent a lot of money, and I'm hoping that that is the case. But a website represents the person on the internet. Rhonda says, I choose you because your eyes look into my soul and I knew you could hear my kids. Now you're going to make me cry on Facebook and all this stuff. God, that's beautiful. Thank you, Rhonda. But that's what I'm talking about, you know. When people touch you like that, you know, it's important to go with that because that's your inner being. That's your instinct. That's your intuition crying out and saying, hell yes, let's do this. Let's go for it. Let's go. Let's do it. But a website should give you an idea of what a person is all about. All right. And it should do it in under 30 seconds, really and truly. All right. So take a look at their website. Look at what they're doing on social media. Look at what they're doing on social media. Doriana, thank you very much for joining. Jules, thanks for joining. Neely, my girl, thank you for joining. So look at us on social media. What are they saying? What are they posting? I don't want to diss anything, but are they in the solution or are they in the problem? Okay, and I'm going to talk about this in another episode. It's really important to talk about this in another episode about abuse. I think it's a really important topic, and I think that the animals' viewpoints on it, just when I heard it, blew my mind. All right, but I'm not in the problem. I don't put photographs of animals who have been abused on my social media. I don't do that. That is my personal thing. It doesn't mean that because somebody does it, it's not right. Do you have to close off part of, hang on one second. I just want to make sure I get this. Sandra asks, do you have to close off part of your gift when you're on here, or do all your fur babies try to come through to you? Oh no, I'm constantly open. I'm constantly open. The animals are giving me stuff. I'm asking them for topics. They're constantly giving me stuff all the time. So thanks for asking that question, Sandra. It's really good. I hope that answered it. Dawn, thank you from Nevada. Thank you very much for joining. Pamela, thank you for joining. Okay, so I don't put pictures of abused animals on my site, on my Facebook. I don't post about politics. I don't post about negativity. I'm not about that because that's who I am as a person. And I want you all to be able to look at my stream, just like I want you to look at my website. And Lisa Alexander, my girl from a long time ago when I had a different name, I love you. I wish you could help me with my baby dog. I would be happy to help you with your baby dog, darling. Send me a Facebook message. Anyway, so I don't do that. I am not about the problem. I'm about the solution. For me, I want you to see my social media just like you see my website and get an idea of who I am as a person in under 30 seconds. Actually, 5 seconds. I want you to see my stream and know what I'm about in 5 seconds or less. Because I know you all don't have, it's a busy day. So no two animal communicators will get the same message, exactly the same. So that's why. They come from their different experiences, their different life experiences. It also depends on the animal they're talking to. Some animals have different outlooks upon life than others do. All right? Not just like no two people are alike, no two animals are alike. So, I could be speaking to an animal about reincarnation and hear that he's a reincarnation of, he's reincarnated and he's coming back to his person, and another animal communicator could hear that same message or speak to another animal and not get any reincarnation. Or they could talk about, one animal could be for being a food animal, another one could be against. There's different perspectives. So it doesn't mean that anybody's right, it doesn't mean anybody's wrong. So that's what I hope that answered that question. I have on my website, I have how to choose the right animal communicator for you. It's got to resonate with you. You got to taste, so they got to resonate with you. They got to be a hell yes. Because if you're going to a any kind of intuitive, if you're going to a psychic, if you're going to an intuitive, hi, Janet Roper, fellow animal communicator. Sue, thanks for joining, Janet. Thanks for joining, Sue. So they got to resonate with you, and they got to feel right to you. So, you know, if they don't, then any intuitive you go to, if any intuitive you go to doesn't resonate with you, you have no business getting a message from them or getting doing a session or a reading with them. Because I can tell you right here now, okay, it's going to suck. The reading, the session is going to suck because they're feeding off of you. When I connect with an animal, I connect through you to your animal. I use you as a conduit to your animal. If you're not resonating with me, if you're not jiving with me, you're like sitting there like this with your hands, you know, your arms crossed and stuff like this there, it's not going to flow. It's going to be, it's like a pipe. And if you're not giving it to me, I'm not getting it from you. It's just that simple. You're the conduit. Jen, thank you for joining. Love you. Carla, I'm glad you were able to join. So remember, if you go to an intuitive and they don't resonate with you, you are cuckoo for Cocoa Pops if you get you get a reading from them or a session from them. All right? Because it's going to, I'm telling you, it's going to suck. So there we go. That is what I wanted to share with you. This is episode 1 of the animal experience. And if you have a topic that you want me to talk about, if there's something that comes to your mind you want me to talk about, post it to me on Facebook, send it to me in an email, mail@coryellekramer.com. We're going to be doing this. There's going to be different videos that I'm going to be doing. These videos are going to be posted on YouTube, on my Facebook business page, on this page. I'm going to be trying to do it on all the pages. I'm just trying to work out where I need to post this because I'm working with a new software and it only posts to my business page. So if you haven't liked my videos, if you haven't liked my business page, please do. Because that's the way that you're going to get notified whenever I do a video, if I happen to have to move these to my business page. Okay. Now I want to read a couple of things. Rhonda said, when you did the reading on Angus, I also did a soul piece for Angus too. After he passed, I was worn out and my body ached. Interesting. Well, that's because, crying, I tell people, my job, I love my job. I get to make people cry and I get paid for it. But when you are crying, when your body is worn out like that, it's because you've probably been holding all this tension in, and especially when you're dealing with an animal who was a hard animal anytime, but really, you're probably holding this tension in. And, it's a release, when you're able to communicate with an animal, it's a release, and you're able to express to them what they brought to your life. It is a release when you're able to do that. So I'm happy that I was able to give you that release. And also thank you everybody for sharing the videos and watching the videos and taking time out of your day. I so appreciate it. If you, again, like I said, if you have a topic, let me know. Post it on my Facebook. If you have something, if you like the video, let me know. Because, I want to make sure that I'm doing right by everybody. And I'm excited about this experience, so I hope you are. So, Thursdays, 12 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Central, and 3 p.m. Eastern. Also, It's available in the UK. As you can see, there's a lot of people from the UK. I've mentioned them. I wanted to do it early enough on Thursday so that people all around the world, because I have clients all over the world, I wanted them to be able to share their experience too. And people in the UK, people in the EU, people in South Africa, Australia, things like that there. Sonia, thank you for joining. Adele, thank you for joining. I know you missed me, but you can listen to it again. It's okay. That's why I'm posting this. You know, that's the beauty about videos. They're constantly there, always there. So, the animal experience. Episode 1 is now a wrap. I thank everyone for joining. I love you all dearly. I really, really do. And I appreciate you more than you know, but I hope that I show it to you. All right. And if you have any questions, you can always find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me at www.coryellekramer.com. And if you're interested in a reading or a session, that's where you can find me as well. So I will see you guys next week, actually on Sunday for the card pull, if you want to watch that. But if not, then I'll see you next week with a brand new topic. And the next topic I'm going to be talking about, reincarnation. Do they come back? Are they coming back? When do they come back? How do they come back? That's next week. So join me then. Thanks, everybody. I love you dearly. Bye-bye.